I've decided to make this video because I think it's time to make the darkness conscious. And I started recently to do podcasts on the mind and how to reprogram the mind and that sort of thing. And I think it's a necessity and a life skill that people have to learn is how to reprogram the conscious. So I started doing these videos, and then I got a phone call in tonight from a fella, and he asked me to help him fix his head. He asked me to help him with his mind, and I agreed. And I agreed to do this. He's taken a lot of drugs in the past. He's taken a lot of drugs. Society might perceive that he would have a drug problem, and he's been in a good bit of trouble. And society again would put this down to a drug problem, and they say, "Oh, he's a drug problem," and they put everything down to drugs. But they don't look deeper than the surface, because everything always goes deeper than the surface. And it turns out that he was raped at 12 years of age. That's going back maybe about 11 or 12 years. And he was raped at 12 years of age. So I asked, did he go to the guards? And it turns out he did go to the guards. He went to his mother. And himself and his mother went to the guards. And they made a statement. And he was brought to another station. And there was a whole report filled out. And they told him, like, he was raped by his neighbour. And they told him that the report was filled out and told him to be back to him the next day. 2.5 years later, they turned up at his door and told him there was no case to answer. And for 3 years he was raped after the first time. So 3 years, for 3 years after he went to the guards for the first time, he was raped for 3 years after this. This is the level of protection that society is providing to cover up its own delusions. Social worker after social worker, and no one did fuck all, even though he told the truth to every single one of them. Nurses in the hospital were aghast at the damage that were done to him, and no one did fuck all. I think it's time as a society that we have to start asking what the fuck is going on. That we have to stop sweeping these things under the carpet and making these people feel like they're in the wrong. Can you imagine what this man has been going through for years with no one to help him? No law enforcement, no one. No social workers, no nurses, no one. Because no one wanted to face the ugly light of day. The darkness. So I said, right, get ready, we're going down to the guard station. We're going to make a statement, and I assured him there would be retribution. And we went down to make a statement, and we knocked on the window, and I said, this man wants to make a statement. Do you want to sit him down? I said, it's quite personal and all. And the guard said, what's it about? And I said, he was raped. And the guard said, where did it happen? And we said where it happened, and he said, that was in another town. And he said, no, I'm not taking a statement. You have to go back to the town you were in, that happened in. And I said, what do you mean you're not taking a statement? I said, the chap wants to make a statement about a criminal offence, and you won't take a statement. He said, no, you have to go back to the town you were in. Again, I have to ask, as a society, what the fuck is going on?